place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now Love. A throw complete to the tight end Tunyon.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Play fake. Here's Love. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Here's Mon. He's going to get this one down to Cook.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mon. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off at the 18. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
So now it appears they're going to accept the penalty, which means take away the interception. Also means keep your defense on the field. Don't understand this one one bit. Mon looks to throw on 1st down.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 12, but, of course, not a 1st down due to the previous penalty. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Kingsley Keke
able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down. Gay's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Off the play fake, Love. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Love fires that quickly outside, and he's got room. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
And they ran just a little underneath route here on 1st and goal, but there's really not a whole lot of room to operate this close to the goal line. He's just not able to get loose after the catch.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Love going to give this one to Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Love, this is 3rd and goal. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. These 2 teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mond, he's going to try and go deep again. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Vikings. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The give to Jones. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward.
Touchdown, Packers! Dalton Keene, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is down to a field goal. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
On second down, it's Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Mon looks to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Packers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Love looking to throw it. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Vikings 24, Packers 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On second down now. It's Jones, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Love. This one swung out here to Jones. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And it's a Packers touchdown. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. Mon now off of play action. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now Mon. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, here's Mon. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Second down at 4. From the gun, here's Mon. Throwing left side, it's complete. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I'm coming. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
First down, Love to pass. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and it's complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Love now to pass on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Love. He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Final play of the half, Love. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys will.
Touchdown, Vikings!
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Aaron Jones,
88 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit.
Love throwing for it. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Mond out of the shotgun.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. 3rd and long for Love. And that's caught left side by the tight end Keene. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. Here's a give to Jones running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Throwing. Love. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Looking deep for Adams. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in down. So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Barber. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Here's Mond. They're going for it. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Love. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you've got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they work this well upfield across the 45. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Forced out, and a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Love. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. The Packers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Working out of the gun. Love. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Love, they go play action now. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Packers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
53.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. But he will not get into the end zone, and that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. And here's Hoff-Richter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Love. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Love's throw there complete to Rodgers. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Love. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback, able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.